Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. In today's video I'm going to share with you my recent haul from the dollar store. I recently did two videos. One, it was just dedicated to seeds, and then the other one I went through and I showed you all the garden supplies they have at dollar store along with seeds starting supplies. But before I start this video, I just want to say a special welcome to my new subscribers and viewers, and if you're returning, as always, thank you so much for your support. Anyways, let's get into this haul. I got an in zone 6B. You can see there are 4 for $1, and that's great value for your dollar, right? Anyways, the first up we have alyssum. Oh, I love this. So I'm gonna insert a clip in for you where I planted this last year from the dollar store seed also, and it is still blooming as I record this video in January. All right friends, so we're in the winter and it's actually flowering right now, and this is why I strongly recommend purchasing these seeds. Okay, this was grown from the dollar store seeds, and look at it. And I have no clue how this even happened, because as I said to you before in another video, I think it's an annual, and some zones it might be a perennial. But I was so amazed by this. Whatever I planted directly in the ground, it grows, but I don't like how it grows because I feel like some of the seeds do not germinate, so that's probably why it doesn't grow full. But here, this is what I did, and I realized this works. Okay, so I have a planter in here. I'm gonna try to lift it up for you. Small little planter. Okay, that's it. And I put the seeds in here and I water the seeds in and keep my eyes on it. And that was like in the summer I planted this, and just look at it, they're doing great. So this is why I got more of these seed packets. So I'm gonna do this for this in spring. I'll do this and see what happens, but I just wanted to share a live shot with you. The alyssum in January, the snow is about to come down, and this is still snowing. It snowed last week and it didn't die. I thought it'd be covered from the snow, it would die out, and it did not. Look at it, absolutely gorgeous. So I got 3 alyssums, and I'm gonna do the same thing for this year. Love alyssum. And then we have the flower garden mix, and it looks like we have nigella in there. We also have some alyssum, delphinium, lupine. It says it's annual, but some of these plants are actually perennials. Anyways, so this is a flowering mix of different flowers. Very excited to plant this and see what flowers I get. And then we have zinnia. I have a lot of zinnia, but I only purchased 1 zinnia. This one is a giant cactus mix, as you can see the blooms here. But if you're looking for seed to start, zinnia is so easy to grow, and it blooms from summer all the way into fall, and it's a great cut flower. So if I have to recommend any flower to anyone, zinnia, I would definitely recommend it. And it's an annual, meaning that you plant it for the season and that's it. It's not going to come back for you. And they're easy to start as seeds inside, and they're easy to start in the ground outside. Very easy. And then we have California poppy. I found the extra golden California poppy at the dollar store. Can you believe that? And your poppies could be very finicky. So with these, they do not like to be transplanted. So if you plant these, I recommend you put them directly in the ground. So I'm gonna probably dedicate one video just to poppy itself, where I'm gonna give it a try and see what happens. So I'm gonna go around the garden when I'm finished here, and then look for bare spots to put the seeds on. Remember, don't put it where you have mulch. It has to be that raw dirt on in your garden. Okay, so I'm gonna do it that way. And also another way you can do your poppy, you can do it after a snow, like at least 2 inches of snow, and you just sprinkle it wherever you want the poppy seed to come up. Remember, you have to eye your garden before it start to snow, just to make sure that where you're gonna sprinkle it, there's no mulch there. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Probably put a rock or something there so I know I can sprinkle the poppy seed there, right? Because most of us, our gardens are mulched, so I'm gonna have to look for a bare spot. I'll just scrape away some mulch to put the seeds there. But I was excited when I found these California poppy. Oh, these are gonna be so pretty, and they grow 12 to 18 inches tall. And then with your poppy, you just lightly press it on the soil. Okay, you don't need to cover it, just take your thumb and just press it in. That's it. And then next up we have lavender. I'm gonna give these a try. These also can be finicky too, so hopefully I'm successful with these, and then I'll sprinkle these throughout my rose garden that I'm constructing. So I'm very excited about this. And the lavender is a perennial, and this will grow 24 to 30 feet tall. And then we have this pepper. I always purchase this pepper from the dollar store, and this is a grand bell mix. As you can see, it gave you different colors in here. Absolutely beautiful, great for cooking, and it takes 65 to 85 days to mature. So these I'll probably start maybe inside or probably outside. They grow pretty easily. And also the tomatoes too. I got the beefsteak tomatoes. These are pretty easy to germinate too. So maybe inside or outside, we'll see. And then I have the cilantro. I'll probably just put these in my herb bowl. So right next to me here, this is my herb bowl. A herb, that depends on where you're from. Some people say herb or herb. Anyway, so I have peppermint in here. So in the spring, I'll just put some cilantro seed in between here. And also I have mint in here too. And you can see they're doing very well. And then we have sweet corn. It's been a long time since I've planted sweet corn, so I'm very excited about this, to put some in the garden. And hopefully I have some corn in the summer. And it takes 75 to 80 days to harvest. Very excited about these. And then we have summer squash. I always plant these. And here's a tip for you with this. When you plant these, I plant these in containers. And if you see the flower is actually where the squash will come from. And if you notice that your squash is not being formed, like it just have a flower there, what I do, I move the container next to where I have salvia, next to my pollinator garden bed, because you need the bees to do some sort of cross-pollination with these in order for them to make the fruit. So very important. If you have squash and you're like, why am I not getting any squash? It means that you just don't have any bees around to help pollinate the flower. So that's a tip for you. And I've been growing this for a long time now. So when I see I don't have any squash coming, I know what I need to do. So that's why I put it in a container, or you can put it directly in the ground, but just make sure you have pollinator plants around wherever you decide to put your squash. And up next we have sunflower. Oh, I grew this last year. If I have a picture, I'll insert it for you. And it gets so tall. It gets 7 to 12 feet tall. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. With these, I'm gonna start some for my friend outside. You don't even have to start these outside because these bloom when it's really hot in the summer. So you can start these outside in spring. And I start them in a starter container, and I'll show it to you what I put these in. And I just leave them outside, and then you could transplant them in the garden, or you could just give them to friends, neighbors. And these are great projects for the little ones, you know, kids, even adults. We love our sunflower. So I got 1 pack of these. And then I got a pumpkin. I'm gonna start the pumpkin for my friend and give it to her for her kids. So with the pumpkin, make sure you have enough space because this grow really long. It says row spacing should be 5 to 6 feet, okay? And it takes 110 to 150 days to germinate. So you just want to do your math backwards. Like if the fall season is October, then you count 110 days from October and see where that lands you, and then that's how you know when to plant your seed. And just keep it in mind, you need an extra 7 to 10 days for germination. I think with these, I think I would have started them in July. So just get a calendar out and just do the math and just do it backwards. But they were so easy to germinate, very easy. And with these, along with the sunflower, I do soak them in warm water overnight because the seeds are really thick, just to help with a thick coating that these seeds have. So I just put them in some warm water overnight, and that's it. All right, friends, so this is the seed haul from the dollar store. And then I'm gonna share with you my garden supplies, okay? So I'm so excited about this. Let me know what seeds you're planting. from the dollar store. And if you're enjoying this video so far, I do appreciate if you can subscribe. If you're not subscribed, if you already subscribed, thank you so much, and don't forget to click the like button. Anyway, so guess what I got the transplanter. This is perfect for seedlings to transplant in the ground, or if you get those plugs from the big box store, your local stores, this is perfect just to dig a hole. See how narrow it is? Because your plugs are really narrow, very easy to use. And I'm telling you, the quality feels so good. This is so thick, only $1.25. Alrighty, let's see what we have here next. And then I got these are the starter pots I was telling you before with the sunflower seed. You can just put them in here in some soil and just leave it somewhere outside on your patio and just watch them grow. And $1.25, and they're perfect for that. Any small little projects around the house you have, or if you want to have the kids involved, you give this to them with some soil and have them plant their sunflower seeds and just watch it grow. So I got 2 of these always come in handy. And I got one of my favorite gloves. They always have great gloves at the dollar store. I'm always in the garden, and these gloves are always durable and great quality. And then look what I got here. Oh my goodness, I was so excited. The color selections are amazing, very modern looking color. Love it. And the plastic, and this is very thick. And look at that mouth. Okay, this is perfect for you to water in your newly planted seedlings or any plant in your garden, because you know when you water your plant, normally I think some of us water from above. We shouldn't do that. It's just a habit I think we have when we just water the plants. You should be watering from the base of the plant. So this is perfect for that. You just put the water in here and you just water at the base of the plant. But this for me is mainly to use for my newly planted seedlings. I'm so excited about this. All right, and up next I got this serrated pruning shear. Look at the thickness on this, and then once again, look at the colors. That's such a beautiful color. Love it. Anyway, so with this one, it's good for cutting and snipping light branches, modeling woody shrubs and ornamental plants. So I'm so excited to have this. I think I'll probably use this for my azalea, just to like shape it, and probably like other plants around the garden I have. You always need a pruning shear in your garden supplies. And all right, let me show you what's next here. Look what I got these containers. The quality in here is amazing. Look at this. Can you see that? I wish you can feel it. It's so thick, very thick. I just couldn't pass them up. And they are 8 inches, and they already have the holes at the bottom marked out for you to just punch it in where those 3 X's are. So with these, I'll probably put pansies or marigold. I'll put a plant that grows not too tall in here, but I just couldn't pass these up. I got 3 of them. You can't go wrong with those planters. And next up, I have these beautiful garden stakes. I've always purchased these in the past, and I love putting these throughout the garden. Absolutely beautiful. And the quality is amazing. And sometimes I just leave them out in the winter, and then when spring comes, they look the same. Sometimes I just take them out, other times I just leave them in the garden. But I just had to get more of these. So just make sure you get out to the dollar store, see what they have, because these are not gonna last, okay? They're gonna go so fast, friends. They will. Because right now is a time for you to start to plan your garden, and then when spring is here, you're set and you know what you will be doing. And here's another color shade in it. Absolutely love these guys. And these are, I measured them already for you, and these are 2 feet tall. Alrighty, and let me show you my other last purchase here. I'm so excited about this. This is that flag pole. All right, here we are. This is 35 inches tall, and I measured across here. This is 1 foot. So if you're looking for flag, make sure your flag is at least 12 inches go across here. Okay, you just stick it in the ground like that, and that's it. And they do sell flags also at the Dollar Tree, but I do have my own flags. But I got 2 of these, and I may go back and get more. These are beautiful just to accessorize your garden. Very beautiful. Anyway, friends, I just wanted to share with you my seed haul and my garden supplies from the dollar store. Let me know in the comment below what you will be purchasing or what you have purchased already. Anyway, take care of yourself and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.